Hello guys, good morning and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. I hope you're all doing well. I'm yet to style my hair this morning. I've just washed it and blow dried it, and this is just how it's finished. But I have some new tools, like a new hair tool, like to do like a mermaid wave, so I thought we could try that together in a sec. And I've got a bit of a life update, bit of a thing to catch you up on, a bit of an update in terms of my scheduling on YouTube might be slightly different for the next few weeks, just temporarily. It's like a pause, not on YouTube altogether, but on my regular scheduling. So I'll chat more about that in a second. But before I do, I've also had a delivery from my faves over at Halara, and I thought this morning I would start the video with a bit of a try and haul. Sorry, I'll just keep looking at them over there. I'm excited to get them open and try them on. And yeah, and also I wanted to include it at the start of this video because they've very kindly given me a code for you guys, as they always do. There's actually 2 this month, but it's been updated since previously, and I had a few of you messaging me asking what my latest Halara code was. So currently I have 2 codes. The first is Freya only. With that one you can get 15% off orders over £89, and that is a full site wide off any item. The second code is Freya order 15, and that will allow you to get 15% off with no minimum spend, but it is on full priced items only. So they're your 2 options. Try either of those out when you get to checkout, and happy shopping. You all know Halara is one of my favorites. If you're not new to my channel, you'll have heard me talk about them before. If you are new, then Halara, for me personally, I kind of was introduced to them and first started shopping with them with their leggings, because I was going to say I used to live in leggings. I still do. I wear leggings a lot, especially in like the autumn winter months with a nice cozy jumper on top. But I've also then since then discovered their jeans, which are yet again another favourite of mine. So their leggings or athleisure wear and their jeans. I'm actually wearing their jeans today. Let me show you this pair, because these are so one of my favourites. I actually have them in a couple of different colours and a couple of the white as well, because I just wanted to make sure I always have a pair that's not in the wash. So this is the pair that have a turn up at the bottom. Ignore the fact that I've got like these cozy socks with these jeans on, but yeah, they're so comfy. And for someone like me who is a comfy wearer, I like comfortable, practical, and these are exactly that, because they're made from like this really stretchy fabric, so they're like so forgiving. And also because I have like bigger bum and thighs, I often get with like stiff jeans, I'll get gaping at the back, whereas with Halara there's no gaping at all. They just fit really nice. They do lower rise ones or mid rise, but I'm a high-waisted girly. Again, for comfort I just find them far more comfortable to have them sat a bit higher. So yes, Halara for their jeans. Chef's kiss. I'll show you the bits that I've ordered this time around, and I'll also leave links to them in the description box below if you wanted to shop any of them yourself. I'll also leave the information about the codes as well, so that you've always got them to hand. You can refer back to them. And let's just jump into it then, shall we? Okie dokie, look at this big pile of newness. They have a couple of materials that we'll just mention, especially like with their legging materials, that I particularly like. The SoftlyZero, some of my faves. They're that kind of like buttery, soft, second skin kind of feeling without being too like compressive. They do have some more supportive ones. I like the SoftlyZero, very comfortable. Again, comfort is key with me. They specifically have a range called Batter Off, which is incredible for golden retriever owners like me, or doggy owners. It is, as it says, you just pat it off. It doesn't like weave itself into your materials and fabrics. So anyway, no order to this. I'm just going to go through the pile one by one, and then in fact I'll show you them all now, and then I'll actually try them on and talk you through the fit of them all, because I haven't tried these on, so I can't show you them and say love this, because I don't know yet. I haven't tried it on. Okay, first of all, speaking of buttery kind of, well, I said buttery fabric, this is buttery colour. This is kind of like a creamy coloured top with a bit of a different neckline. I quite like that. I've started to get more of their basics and their tees and stuff like that. This one's got like a ruched side as well, in that same kind of fabric, like the SoftlyZero type fabric, but one that you don't necessarily have to wear just working out. You can just be for running errands, for day to day. So yeah, you style up with jeans. Okay, and then this is a pair of trousers. So they've got quite a large collection of new kind of like summer trousers that they're introducing, from like linen type fabrics to that same legging type fabric, workwear trousers, all that kind of stuff. This is kind of that, it's that kind of legging fabric, but could definitely be styled up to have as like office wear. It's got pockets as well, so they're like a real trouser, but that comfy fabric. Now I got these in a medium, and I also ordered them in the tall leg length, so that's again another benefit. Not only do they have a wide range of sizes, they also have different like leg lengths suitable for petite, tall. I'm not tall, I'm 5'6"-ish, 5'5", 5'6", but if I want the tall leg length to be able to style them up with heels, then you have the option to do that. Oh yeah, again, what I was just saying about stocking up on their basics, their core staples, for a good little capsule wardrobe. This is a black t-shirt, but it's got this kind of like gathered section here and here, like a little darted, double darted section, just to add a bit of interest to what is otherwise ordinarily just a plain black tee. Next up we've got, is it that same trouser? No, slightly different, because this one actually has the hardware, the zip and clasp. But again, another pair of trousers. These ones are actually, these are in a medium and a regular, but these are like more of a capri style, because obviously capris are all the thing, all the rage. And I love the idea of a capri like this, where it's a proper trouser with like a basic white tee, trench coat, even like a flip-flop heel. Got a pair of jeans, just to show you a bit of variety here with their jeans. They've got these ones which have the kind of crossover waistband, and these ones I got in a medium, again in the tall, which is good. So if I wanted to, we could style these up hopefully with heels if they're long enough to. And I just went for the classic blue, but again in most of their styles they have like different colorway options. Okay, next up we've got a dress, seeing as though summer will be here before we know it. This is like a lightweight white. I've got a couple of their dresses as well actually, and good for like tennis dresses, golf dresses, kind of like workout dresses, paddle. They've got loads with the built-in shorts as well, which I love. But this is definitely more of like a casual summery type dress, I would say. These are kind of like a capri style again, maybe slightly longer. These feel like they could be a bit snug on me. These are medium and irregular. We'll try them on. They're definitely more supportive than what I'm used to with the Halara leggings, the SoftlyZero range, like where they're nice and stretchy. These are a lot thicker. Then we have another top here, like a little vest blouse with the button on the side. There is again ties, which you could tie at the back, the front, to tie in the waist. This top is in, I think they did this in black as well, and I was torn between which colour to go for, and I went for the more neutral beige colour. Yeah, in a medium I got this one. Oh yeah, I saw these and they intrigued me. No idea what they'll look like on, but obviously they're leggings, like I've been talking about, going on and on about. These are them in that that kind of fabric, buttery soft fabric, and they are the ones with the pockets on the side, which is very handy. But this one, I haven't seen them do this before, but this style has a lacy top. Like, how pretty. And these are more of like a flared legging as well, so I would say more like yoga, Pilates, casual, just day to day, honestly. And then the last item that I've got to show you, SoftlyZero. This is just a pair of their SoftlyZero leggings, but this is in like a shorter version. I wouldn't say necessarily a capri, they're more like a long short. I think they will come just above the knee, and I like, if I go on like runs in the summer, I say runs lightly because I'm a light jogger at a push, then I do like to wear cycle shorts, but I don't like short shorts. If you know, you know. That's everything I got. Let's try them all on. Love this. So this is the top that I showed you with the kind of like darting here. I don't know how well you can see that on camera, but it just kind of gives a kind of like silhouette to your t-shirt. Also the sleeve length is like a really nice kind of like long, verging on 3/4 length, you know, that's like a really nice long oversized arm length, and it kind of gives like a peplum silhouette, starting on the back as well as the front. Oh, hay fever season is here, guys. Anyone else feeling a bit of the seasons? Okay, I'm just going to show you this like without the tie done up first. With the white, I think looks really nice. And then obviously, like I said, you could tie at the front. You could even like tie it where the crossover is and the little button, like that. So however you prefer it. I like the kind of cap sleeve. Sorry, I'm feeling like I'm sounding really congested. All of a sudden I've just started sneezing, this hay fever. It's the time of the year. Isn't it funny though how hay fever works like that? I can be absolutely fine and then all of a sudden I just sound so bunged up and I'm just sneezing, or my eyes are really itchy. It can just go from 0 to 100 and then when it hits you, and then you're fine and you think, how was I that bad? And then it hits you again. Oh, the joys of the hay fever. But anyway, yeah, really nice. I like that sleeve length on this. I don't know if this is the best colour for my skin tone though. I'm kind of regretting maybe not going for the black. I don't know. Absolutely love this. Lots of asymmetry going on here. Maybe better paired with like more of a straight leg jean, this top, and like normal waistband, and then vice versa with the jeans, maybe just like a plain simple cut white tee. But the cut of this t-shirt, I just really like it. Just has that slight added difference. There's nothing in terms of pattern, but just having a little stitch there, a little bit of ruching there, and a little split hem there, it just adds a bit of shape and a bit of interest. And then the trousers, very flattering, nice and high-waisted, that kind of crossover waistband kind of gives the illusion of a bit like the leggings do that do the crossover, illusion of like a smaller waist. And the leg length on these, I'm glad I went for the tall because I do think these are a jean that I'd be able to pop a little heel on with, wear like a really pretty top, and do jeans in a nice top type of outfit. So yeah, really happy with them. They're jeans, honestly. Again, the stretchability, the comfort, there's no gaping at the back. Oh, the tag just caught on my arm there. No gaping at the back, just comfortable. This is their whole brand philosophy. They just want to empower women and allow them the versatility and the flexibility to go through life wearing what they want, feeling great in what they want, and also being comfortable. Comfortable is the word of today's video, okay? Now, what I didn't realise when I was getting this out of the packet is that the skirt section all the way to the bottom, which is amazing, not so much a fan when it cuts off here, but it's double layered, it's double lined. So it's, yes, it's white, but it's by no means sheer, see-through, it's comfortable. I could do with giving it a bit of a steam, but really like the paneling here across the bust. You've obviously got this little tie here. It's kind of like milkmaid style at the top, actually. Yeah, it's really pretty. I prefer this more than I thought I would. This is, I want to say, this is probably my favourite dress I've ever bought from Halara. Oh, I just love summer dresses. They're just so comfy and easy and floaty, and honestly you feel like you're in a nightie or pyjamas. Right, some trouser options to show you now. I've just put that black top back on with the darting just to show you some of the bottoms that I've got. Now these trousers, these are the ones in the tall leg length. I'm actually really glad I went for the tall leg length, because even with going on my tiptoes here, I would say I only would be able to get away with a small heel with them if I did want to dress them up with a heel. But as a workwear trouser, these are just like, if I still worked my 9-to-5 office job, which I always struggled in knowing what to wear, I had clothes that were quite uncomfortable, opposite word of the video today, and just I didn't feel great in them. But these are just comfy. You could obviously have like a shirt on over the top, even just a little peplum top like this one, and it feel like comfortable. Okay, I need to stop with the comfortable. And then next up we have the Capri version. These are the Capris that have the actual detailing. They've got the zip, the little clasp, and they fit nice around my waist. I would say they're a little snug around my calves. If you've got bigger calves, you might struggle. But they've also got pockets. But if you like a little Capri style trouser as opposed to legging, then this is a great option. Back in my comfort zone with the SoftlyZero. These are just the winner for me. Anyway, these ones also have the crossover waist I was talking to you about earlier that some of their leggings have. I thought they'd be a bit higher. I guess you could pull them up a little bit to sit like just above the knee. But yeah, they've got a pocket. I always just, a little demo for you. Tend to pop my phone in a pocket, and I've got the the big iPhone, the iPhone Pro Max, iPhone 17. But the fact that, yeah, just easily slips in makes it very practical. I'm just going to tuck in that top so you can see the top of these leggings. Again, these ones have the pockets on the side, but these are the flared leggings that they do. And again, that lace detailing, it is that same crossover, slightly less obvious when it's the lace and it's not the same fabric as the legging, but I just think really pretty. Just to have that little lace detail. How nice is that? And with their flared leggings, all the more comfortable because obviously there's no tightness or restriction around your shins or anything. It's just more here. And so comfortable. These are much thicker than like your standard SoftlyZero legging. They feel more like a trouser. And they do have that like slight crop capri length. They're actually longer on me than I thought they would be. I thought they'd be a bit more of a capri style, but they're more like a cropped trouser. Or like, I suppose a capri could be like a longer version. So anyway, yeah, really nice and comfortable and supportive. Like I said, a nice thicker structure that feels more like a trouser than a legging. So these ones are the last pair that I've got to try on. Let me know of all of these which was your favourite. I'm going to get back into my Halara jeans, my comfort zone with those white jeans, and then let's do my hair, shall we? But yeah, thanks to Halara for kindly sponsoring this part of today's video. Just a reminder of those codes as well as the links. They will all be in the description box, so make sure to check them out. Sorry guys, I'm just jumping in here because this, oh, Marnie's got a little itch behind me. These trousers have just arrived, and this is, I've just come to edit this video and I haven't included these, and I thought I could include them next time, but I like them that much, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to include them here as well. So these are also from Halara. I got them in a medium, in a tall leg length, and they are so incredibly comfy. Nice and high-waisted, elasticated waistband, pockets, they come in a few colours, and just so practical and ideal for spring and summer that I kind of want to get like a lighter pair as well, because the black is practical, but they're just like so comfy. So yeah, I thought I would just mention these now and include them linked along with all the other bits from Halara too. Your little reminder to stay hydrated. I'm not even in focus. Right, let me sit you down here and show you what I've got to try. These bargain tools, I'll leave them linked below, because if these work, probably the cheapest thing I own in my hair accessory and tool department. So that's good news. Well, we haven't tried them yet. Let's try them out together. I feel like it's gone a bit dark outside. I wanted to go to the garden centre today and have some little garden-y update bits and bobs going on, but I might wait until the weekend and go with Tom when it's a bit sunnier, plus that he can then help me soil and bits and bobs that we need to get. So, bit of a life update actually, a bit of a thing that I wanted to share just to kind of keep you in the loop. Mostly for those of you that like to, you know, your type A people like me out there that like to stick with routine and structure, and you love my videos coming every Wednesday and Sunday. That's going to have to change just temporarily for a few weeks, because we will be having, in fact, I think this video I had originally intended to put live on a Wednesday, so I might have even skipped a video let's just flick these on, get them heating up. I might have even missed an upload already, so if those of you had thought, oh, where was my video on Wednesday, then yeah, we have a family member coming to live with us who is having quite a serious operation and will need help and care over the next few weeks. So we have decided to do that ourselves and help out where we can, given that, especially as it is a temporary thing, it's something that I would rather, I just feel more comfortable being on our terms. And you know, me and Tom are going to be here. We've got the space, we've got the spare room. I work from home anyway, but I do feel like I don't want to put the added pressure on myself to have to like think about filming and uploading and creating like super duper content when I've also got that on in the back of my mind. I'm probably not going to be in the mood to be filming loads of videos all the time. So I know you guys would understand anyway, but I just didn't want to kind of like not disappear, because I will still upload, but just less frequently for the next few weeks without any kind of an explanation. So that's what's happening. We're fine with it, we're okay. We know it's temporary and we are happy to, more than happy to step up where we've needed to. And plus I do think we're leading into that kind of time of the year that people start going away on little holidays and trips and people watch less YouTube. Let me try and do this at the same time as talking to you, because it might, I don't know, I feel like with a new tool you kind of need to get used to it, don't you? I'm guessing this is going to create like a beachier kind of wave. Let's have a look. Let's hold it there for a bit. Move down to where the gap was. I'm not holding it for too long on the first attempt, just to see how it looks. Because I don't want it to be too like crazy looking. Oh yeah, I think I like it. It's kind of like beachy, crimpy, a bit more natural. So we'll keep going. See how we go. And pretty easy to operate given the shape of it in comparison to like a curler where you've got to maybe think a bit more. You literally just hold it, and then I'm just aiming for it to kind of like sit where the previous curl was. Anyway, that is my kind of like update that I just wanted to share with you, just so that you're aware. So yeah, this video I was thinking of putting live on the Wednesday, or was scheduled maybe for the Wednesday, but then I thought, I think you would prefer to see, if I'm going to do what, say, aim for one upload a week and do my best to do that, then I think you would prefer to try and stick to schedule with a Sunday upload. So that's what I might try and do. Let me know though, is that like irrelevant to you? You just want me to upload as and when? In that case, I would say the best way to kind of keep up to date with my videos is to have that notification bell switched on your subscription list. So you subscribe to my channel and then you hit the notification bell so that it actually, I think it emails you to tell you once I've uploaded a video. So that's why I kind of stuck to posting this on the Sunday. But I knew I was going to struggle this week because I have something booked in with some friends first, but then I've also got, I want to like ensure the room's prepped and ready, and you know, like food shops done, just getting organised basically and getting set up. I've also had a couple of like brand stuff that I needed to get up to date with first as well, just to make sure that I'm up to date as much as possible with work. But yeah, so that's my little update, so that you guys are aware. If you don't see me, don't worry, I'm okay. We're just life's just a bit different for a few weeks. I don't know how long it's going to be. I'm saying a few weeks. I don't think it will be any longer than that, but again, we'll just keep you guys in the loop. Right, I feel like I'm just going to carry on doing this and I'll show you what the result looks like at the end. Right, we're on the top section. I'm not sure how this part's gonna go. We're just gonna carry on, I think, as we were and hope for the best. But so far, I'm really liking this. It's just a bit of a different style. I think it'd actually be a really nice style for in the summer months, with it being a bit more sort of a relaxed, beachy finish. And also what I'm doing is when I'm holding it like this, I'm not pulling the hair tight, I'm keeping it loose so that where I've curled previously, I'm not just kind of straightening it out. Do you see what I mean by that? Okay, ooh, a bit nervous for this section, but what could possibly go wrong? Oh no, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, so it is easy. You just literally just stick with the exact same movement throughout the whole hair. There's no need to twist directions or change things up. You just keep going. Sorry, I feel like I'm hunching over here because my mirror's a bit lower. I really need some kind of like a proper vanity. A vanity setup with a chair and with comfort. Right, last and final section, and guys, this tool is less than £15. At least when I paid for it. You never know, they watch them change the price of it, but yeah, £15. Well, £14.99 I paid for this. Absolute bargain. 2 different heat settings as well. I just went for the hotter one. A little volume in there as well, given the fact that if you get it from the root, I guess you could just tackle that if you wanted less volume by doing it less from the root and doing it halfway, well not halfway down, but like from here down, and just leaving the root alone. But I quite like the root volume. I like it. And then obviously you could just run some oil through it, a bit of hairspray if you wanted to. I think I'm going to even stick with no hairspray. I also quite often like a claw clip in my hair, so being able to just clip it back like that, I feel like it's a nice natural kind of texture to be able to do that with. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. We'll leave it linked below.
I feel, especially when I pulled them up and then doing it again, like, and now even have like an ounce of trust issues into me. So the fact that, yeah, we're going to be miles apart, I'm going to be, it's going to help here. But let's try and enjoy the views and the food in Asia, yeah, for the rest of our time. And then the weather, that beach, the tiny beach. But I think, Sarah, this guy's not the one for you. Yeah. That's how I feel in my heart. God, okay. This is what gets me out of bed in the morning.
Do I break off my engagement over his or hers?
Yes. Right, yes. We'll end the podcast here. Thank you for watching.
Good night, everyone. Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, we're not marrying a liar.
No. And also, like, it's much easier to break off an engagement than it is to break off a marriage.
Lord.
Okay? Like, so I know at the moment it's like, oh my god, am I really going to break up an engagement? It feels more than just like dumping your boyfriend. Yeah. But imagine what it would be like to try and break up with your husband. Like, that stuff's not easy, you know?
Like, if this guy's lying, this is now his real ass.
Oh my god.
Oh god, she's 23.
Sarah, get that fucking ring off.
We are to the club, and let's head off to somewhere tropical this summer, and let's shake our tits.
Oh my god, he's 31.
I hate this man. Oh, my daughter needs a wig.
Oh, cold.
You keep reading.
Okay, I'll keep reading. A subscriber since 2019. Wow, Sarah, thank you for being here. Yeah, he must have been like 12. Can't believe I'm actually submitting a dilemma, but what the hell is? I need some honest advice because my head and my heart right now are completely conflicted. I'm 23 and I've been with my Brian, my fiance, 31, for 3 years. Okay.
What's the math on that then?
So she met him when she was 20 and he was 29.
Wait, yeah, 29.
28? 28.
29. Wait, 29? 28.
28. So, we live together, we're engaged, And up until recently, I would have said our relationship is really happy and stable. It's my first healthy relationship, and he's always felt like my safe space. We were friends for 2 years before we got together, both coming out of relationships where we've been cheated on, so trust has always been a big thing for us. When we first started dating, Brian said if we were going to take things seriously, we shouldn't see other people to protect the friendship. I agreed. He told me he wasn't seeing anyone else either, and that the last girl he'd been on a date with, let's call her Susan, he'd met up with just to tell her he did not want to see her again, and he was only there for 10 minutes. He probably slept with her or something, didn't he?
I don't trust this. Sorry, Sarah, but this man, I don't know if I'm just off the back of the other dialogue. So you've been friends with him since you were 18 and he was 26? Don't like him?
Yeah. I remember even questioning that at the time because it felt a bit unnecessary to do after going on one date. Yeah, like why are you formally meeting up?
We have potted some basil. Oh, I don't know how it's looking, you know. I've just kind of left it up here so that I can tend to it before actually putting it in the beds, the herb beds over there. But we got some supermarket basil, and we saw a TikTok video where it was like you should put it in a much bigger pot because the supermarket ones seem to be like way overcrowded. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this will thrive and bloom. I'll keep you guys posted. And I just got this pot from Home Sense. It's got a drainage hole as well. The only thing is, I think you're meant to kind of, with basil, like feed from the bottom, whereas we would need a pretty big dish to do that. We'll see how it goes anyway. Hopefully it'll thrive and survive. These are the pots that I was going to go to the garden centre for to get some flowers, but if I do that at the weekend, I'll probably include it in my next vlog. You also need to have a bit of a sweep up out here. We've got quite a few little garden updates that need doing. Just a general tidy up more than anything. That fire pit needs emptying and burning off. It goes a bit rusty and gross like that, but as soon as you set a fire in it, it just burns it all away. Again, a tidy up with all the patio. The grass is looking okay. It's doing all right, actually, the grass. We've got our little lawnmower down there, the Momotion one, which is fab, by the way. That is like an investment, but one of the best investments we've ever made for our garden, for the grass. It's so easy. And then the hydrangeas are starting to flower. I've just deadheaded them. Not flower, but leaf. Herbs always thriving over there, so that's good. And then just need like a big clean up in the kitchen as well. I do feel like it's just that little bit too cold just yet. I feel like I want to wait till the summer months where it's a bit warmer to get going with the kind of like proper garden bits and bobs. I know I'm not green thumbed, is that the term? So, well, neither of us are, to be honest with you. So there's a lot of things that it's like you've got to plant early for it to bloom, and I'm that lazy gardener where I would love a landscaper to just come in and do it all for me, or buy the flowers already in bloom from the garden centre and plant them in baskets and things around the patio area. That's what I did. I've got some beautiful hydrangea bushes, and they're still in those baskets, but they didn't survive. I think because there's no drainage in them, putting them in those baskets is what's not helped. But the ones in the beds, hopefully, are starting to flower. I've seen like lots of neighbours, as and about when I'm on dog walks and things, where they get loads of big hydrangeas. They've started to like, not flower, but you can see the little, well, I suppose flower, yeah, not bloom, but flower already, whereas ours are still very much leaves. But I did buy them later in the season, so maybe they are like a different variety. I don't know. Again, we're not green, is it green thumbed or green fingered? Green thumbed? I did buy 2 things the other day from Home Sense, which I thought I would show you because I've not, I wasn't vlogging that day, and I've not put them away yet, but in fact I need to give these a wash. But I got these from Home Sense and I really like them. They're kind of like obviously a brushed gold utensil set, like server set, but the handles are made from what looks to be like a resin in almost a tortoise shell. So these were $14.99, and then I also picked up this. Now there were 2 of these and I nearly bought both of them to like do a little stack, but I thought, no, let me just get the one. I also quite like the artwork that's already in it, but it is a frame that you could obviously put your own artwork in. But I loved the thick green border, and the fact that this also had a secondary like goldy brass antique looking border, or frame I should say. It's kind of like a frame within a frame. I really like it, and their frames are so affordable. If you can find ones that have like nice artwork in and make it far easier to just do that than to have to then go and find artwork to put within the frame, then you're on to a winner, because they're only $12.99. And another purchase that I made online, again I'll leave this linked on my Amazon storefront, which is always in my description box, is this book. A friend recommended this to me, so I thought I would recommend it to you if it sounds of interest. I am still on my Onyx Storm. I'm purposefully reading it quite slowly, if I'm honest with you, because I don't want it to end. And I am a slow reader anyway, but I've just been picking up as and when. But once I've read that, it's kind of like, now I've got this new book, I kind of want to get through that now so that I can start a new one. But equally, I don't want to finish it. Do any of you like ever read 2 books side by side? Again, it's that type A in me. I feel like I need to check off the last one before I move on to the next, but maybe I should just pick this up anyway, and I don't have to rush Onyx Storm. But anyway, let's move on. Oh, okay, let me just go grab it one sec. In fact, you know what? I'm just gonna make a quick brew. I'm gonna make a lemon and ginger tea. Mug in all the land. They've got a few different breeds of dogs in these mugs, different shaped mugs as well, but this kind of like blue and white, these are from Anthropology. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. I feel like I say that every time I take a sip of a fresh hot tea. It's because it's just pure hot water, isn't it? It's, sometimes even now, like I'll just put in a dash of cold, but still piping. Ooh. Right, yeah, so I was at a friend's hen do. We went to, it was lovely actually. You might follow her, she's here on social. She's more, she has got YouTube, but she's, her main page is Instagram, What Wore, if you know her. She had her hen do. Unfortunately, we can't make the wedding because we're already at another wedding. Yeah, she's getting married, so I went to her hen do in Manchester, and we went to the Ivy. We had their new spring menu, and it was beautiful. In fact, I've got a photo, I think, of the main that we had. I say we, a few of us sat near me, had the same, because we were like, oh, I'm gonna get food envy. It was a linguine, but a pea and asparagus with white wine sauce. It was delicious. And for starters, what did I have for starters? Again, a few of us got a few starters so that we could share them all. So we got the arancini balls, which used to be big, but they were like mini ones, and I preferred them. Truffle arancini. We also got a sourdough, which was fresh, hot, with like salted butter, so delicious. And then the third one between 3 of us, it was me, Lydia and Nina that got these. What did we also get? I think it was like a burrata tomato salad. Again, delicious. But then, yeah, we had I had the linguine main, and then for dessert we had the chocolate bomb. If ever you've had the chocolate bomb, although the girl sat next to me, she had like a lemon cheesecake, and that looked really good as well. I think it was lemon. It was some kind of a cheesecake. I kind of got a bit of food envy of that one because it looked really good and great for the spring menu as well. But yeah, they've got a new little set menu, so maybe pop down if you're local to an Ivy to try it out, because they had some delicious new bits on there, and some classics like the shepherd's pie, which Lydia had a taste of it. It was good. The zucchini fritters, which I really like, and we didn't go for them, but they're really good too. Anyway, my point with that hen do chat was my friend Nina. She recommended this book yesteryear, and she was kind of describing it to me, and I was like, oh, that does sound really good actually. So I thought I would just read the blurb, the synopsis to you, in case you also like the sound of this. So it's called Yesteryear by Caro Claire Burke, and it says, Natalie lives a perfect traditional lifestyle and her followers are sick with envy. So she's like an influencer content creator. Her charming farmhouse on her working ranch is artfully cluttered. Her husband is a handsome cowboy and her homemade sourdough balls, speaking of sourdough, her homemade sourdough balls are each more beautiful than the last. So what if there are nannies and producers and industrial grade ovens behind the scenes? What her followers don't know won't hurt them. So she's kind of like shows the highlight of her life rather than the behind the scenes. Then one morning, Natalie wakes up in a strange, horrible version of reality. Her home, her husband, her children, they're all familiar, but something's off. Is this a hoax, a reality show, a test from God? Natalie knows just two things for sure. This isn't her perfect life and she must escape by any means possible. As darkly funny as it is shocking and gripping, Yesteryear is an electrifying examination of tradition, fame, faith, and the grand performance of womanhood from a thrilling new talent in fiction. So this is kind of like one of those novels that has a difference in time. So she's got like her actual current modern day life, and then she wakes up in like a historical version where life was very different. Sounded really interesting. So, and also it's a doable book compared to the books that I'm used to at the minute. If you read any like romantic-y type novels like ACOTAR and Throne of Glass, Fourth Wing, Empyrean Season, like I'm on now, they are chunky. And it's not just one book either, it's a series. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. And something a bit different as well than my usual kind of like just Frida McFadden thriller, which don't get me wrong, I still love. I like a page turner. Anything that keeps me hooked or keeps me reading and will keep me off my screen, off my phone, then that's the kind of book that I like. But that one sounds interesting, so we'll give it a go. Maybe tandem read it with me. If you fancy a read yourself, like I said, I'll leave it linked below. Just trying to think if I've got any good little TV recommendations that I've recently discovered. Oh, Virgin Island. I am hooked on Virgin Island. I don't know why I enjoy watching it so much. It's quite a hard watch at times. There's a new one that I've just seen advertised. I think it's ITV, and is it called Prisoners? I haven't watched it yet, but looks quite good and looks like it might be one worth watching. We started Euphoria season 3, but I've not really like got stuck into that. Oh, another one that was on Netflix, a couple of Netflix recommendations. Apex with Taron Egerton, really good. Oh, and then in fact, again, another one which we were talking about at that Hindu, Lydia was saying, if you like him in that, he's also good in Blackbird, which is Apple TV. And it's been on my list of things to watch, but I just kind of like had bypassed it. So it's a bit older, but it's, you know, it's not like brand new, fresh out, but we watched that and that was really good. It was 6-part true story, based on a true story as well, around how a guy gets convicted, gets 10 years in prison for a crime, and the FBI recruit him to go into this high security prison to speak to an inmate to see if they can get him to confess to a load of murders and also locate their bodies. And it was really interesting. So if you like kind of true crime and stuff like that, then Blackbird is one that I would recommend. I think that was Apple TV. And then another one on Netflix that I was just about to say, Apex, that one with Taron Egerton. And then also, although that's one of those watches that once you've seen it, you've seen it, I probably won't watch it again. Kind of like an on the edge of your seat thriller. It's got Charlize Theron in it. It's only really those two main actors in the whole movie. And then, what was the other one? Should I Marry a Murderer? I think it was 3 parts. Again, true crime, documentary type program that followed a woman and her story around how she met this guy on Tinder. I think it was Tinder or dating app, like some farmer in Scotland that she ended up dating. He confessed to her that he, without going into too much detail or spoilers, obviously the name's in the title, Should I Marry a Murderer? He kind of confesses to something and she's left with the question of what do I do with that information. So that was worth a watch as well. And yeah, I think that's it. Let me know if you've got any good TV recommendations lately or any good movies. We're in our household, I'm very much a TV series person and Tom's a film guy. I don't think Tom would ever choose a series over a movie, unless if he's stuck into it and he's enjoying it. But to start a new one, I kind of have to just put the episode on and then he's into it. Otherwise, he would always pick a film. So any good TV or film recommendations, let me know. Anyway, I think I'm going to close off today's video here. I hope you guys have enjoyed spending a few hours with me, spending the day with me really. It's getting on a bit now in the afternoon, but yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you again, I'll just say in advance, for your patience over these next few weeks where my uploads will be a bit temperamental and not as frequent as they usually are. So yeah, thank you. I know you guys would understand, but that's like in a nutshell what's going on behind the scenes, and just so that you're aware. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thank you of course again to Halara for very kindly sponsoring today's video. Just a reminder with those codes, there's 2 different codes, either a minimum spend of £89, but the code is valid on anything site-wide, or a no minimum spend with the code valid on full priced items only. Both of those will be linked in the description box, along with the links to all of the items that I showed you at the start of today's video. So yeah, thanks to them, thanks to you guys for watching, and I hope to see you all very soon in my next video. Bye guys.